Yeah, we got the. She's going to give
all
us
in
the
red.
2 minute.
We know where to look for sure, right there, man.
Morgan Scalley joining us, former radio host here on 97.5.
Red and Blue Show. Let's go.
He's one of our own, man.
Play the sounder.
If Morgan can do it, I know there's a chance for me.
That's so true.
How you doing,
by the way? You can do anything. I'm the poster child for, hey, you can do anything. If this guy can be successful, you can do it too.
Oh, man. You enjoying making the rounds? I know you're not, really. But at least we get you right out of the gate instead of, interview number 25 when you're running on fumes.
Hey, priorities, right?
I know.
Priorities. This is the crew right here.
I'm wondering... We've known you for so dang long, right? And we know about you and you know us and all that stuff. Has it yet, or maybe not yet, been a time where the enormity of it all has been something that you've fully grasped? Because you had a lot of people that you're responsible for, but now you got everybody. And there's really nothing like a football coach at the college level, D1, the amount of people that essentially you're responsible for.
Right. And honestly, I'm so grateful that it got thrown on me by surprise for the bowl game. It got thrown at there. You're into it, and you're responsible for these guys and your staff, and in Las Vegas, where you're trying to keep kids out of trouble and making sure that they make bed check, and all of a sudden you're thinking about staff hires and all the craziness that was going on during that time. So I'm grateful that it was kind of like baptism by fire, bam. But honestly, I've kind of been preparing for it along the way,
right? So
it hasn't been too big of a deal.
A lot of steps.
Yeah, no question.
Your journey has been awesome. I saw you last night, talked to you, had the opportunity to coach myself for a long time, and never made that move. So I know there's a lot of people that, A, know of you and appreciate what you've done in your journey, and B, are really excited for it to unfold. What's the thing you're looking forward to most in terms of the upcoming season?
I just want to, people are asking, what are your anticipations? What are your goals? I want to see the culture show up on the field. That's what I'm excited for. And I'm following, arguably the greatest Utah coach of all time, and Kyle Whittingham. And, it's like, hey, what are you going to do different? I'm like, it's the same recipe to win. It's maybe you're preparing the meal a little bit differently. It's how you're preparing it. It's making sure that I'm true to myself. But I'm really excited, particularly for the guys in the program that really not a lot of people know about quite yet. Yeah, every year there's guys that come along.
Oh, yeah.
And a couple years ago you lose Keanu Tanabasa, you lose Cam at the corner spot, and it's like, who's going to step up? Who's going to be that guy? And lo and behold, you get John Henry Daly that comes in and does an unbelievable job, and Jonah Le'e and some of these guys that people really didn't know about. And that's our job as coaches, is to recruit, develop, manage, and so I'm excited for these guys that are about to show their face this season.
You've had, obviously the press conferences, the fundraising, the public appearances, everything that goes along with being a head coach, stuff that, you're not necessarily signed up for, but it's part of the job. How excited are you to just actually get a whistle, get out on the field, start fall camp, and start playing games on Saturday and move past all this other bureaucratic stuff you have to do?
Well, that's what I miss the most, is having a position group, having guys to teach. And I'll go around during practice and make sure that I'm continuing to do that. But I miss having a position group. I love being on the offensive side. With Kevin being like, no, yeah, let's screw with Swan here. Here's how you can screw with our defense, and seeing what they think. I've always wanted that. I think honestly, like in football, I think having a year where all you do is just go learn. I wish I had a year of just going and
like being
just in a different offensive coordinator's room each week. And how do they prepare, and what are they looking at, and what are they teaching their quarterbacks? I continue to be a student of the game. There's so much to learn in this game, and so many good coaches out there. And I think you just have to have that mindset that you never have the answers, always looking for ways to improve. And I'm enjoying that side of things is being with the offense a little bit more.
On that subject, you have an opportunity to have an imprint. I got to know several of the offensive coordinators, I should say, offensive coordinators. And, the one thing in common, for better or worse, the philosophy was protect the defense. All right? Take that. And there was a lot of success there, so I'm not criticizing it.
Right.
But I'm just saying what they told me. And basically now you have an opportunity to make your imprint. I'm not saying you're going to call the plays and whatnot. You've got the offensive people. But what is going to be your philosophy offensively? Because a lot of fans are wondering, well, will they open it up more?
I gotcha. I've told people this. I want to be explosive offense no matter what that looks like. Now, having said that, you have to be physical. If you are not physical, this game will exploit you. You'll be found out at the highest levels. You may get by beating teams that are inferior physically, athletically, but ultimately when good plays good and you're playing dudes, you'll get exposed if you're not physical. And you have to have a complete team to do that. Meaning it's tough to be a physical defense. It's tough to be a physical defense if all you're seeing every single week is a spread offense that doesn't shift. They don't motion. They don't run the ball. They don't run gap scheme. Like, you have to have complementary football. We had that with Andy, right? We had that with Jason. And so an offense that when you practice every day, you're getting physical. And I think it's just tough for those teams that don't present that team aspect of football.
The physical side has always kind of been the staple. I mean, you talk about your culture on the field. What does that look like? Over time, but culture on the field, what does that mean? Unpack that.
Yeah, so our culture, if you ask anyone in our building, is relentless, smart, nasty ball hawks. Relentless in the way you pursue the ball. Relentless in the way you pursue anything. Smart, situationally intelligent, understanding that an offensive coordinator, a defensive coordinator for that matter, they're different in different situations, throughout a game. A 2-minute situation versus a 4-minute situation, backed up, red zone. All these situations present themselves in a game, and your players need to understand those situations at an elite level. So that's got to show up on the field, right? Nasty is simply a no excuses mentality. Own your role. Don't point fingers, attack the problem. That's the ball, that's the goal line, whatever it is, attack. And then ball hawks, I think it's 22 years now we've had a pick six. So on the offense, that's protecting the ball, and on the defense, that's getting it back to the offense. The ball's meant for us to have.
So throughout the years, everybody just assumes it's the Kyle Whittingham defense, but there's been different iterations of it. Kalani, from John Peace to you. What is your message to Colton Swan? Because the foundation's in place, but you also want him to put his fingerprints on that.
Oh, no question. Go get it, cowboy.
Literally,
that's my guy. Exactly. Yeah, he still ropes. He team ropes.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, he's a tough guy. He's
take
been
the boy out of Jerome. You can't take Jerome out of the guy.
Yeah, and he's given me so much in terms of ideas, and it's his time. Kyle was very good to me in the sense that he was always a sounding board, but he let me do what I want to do. The first couple of years he was there in my ear, but after that, he kind of just let me roll. And so, you bet, it is Fred Whittingham, it is Kyle Whittingham base defense, and ultimately we've just tried to improve each year, a little wrinkle here, wrinkle there, but so much of good football is fundamentals.
It's funny you say that, Morgan, about Fred Whittingham. Cully Papingan, I don't know how much you know him. He's obviously the defensive coordinator at BYU. Well, I covered him as a player when I was a newspaper guy, so I've known him for many years, and I'm talking to him after he gets the gig, and he references Fred Whittingham because it was taught to Kyle. It was taught to Kalani. It was taught to Gary Anderson. Now, those are two guys. Where are they? They're down there. Yeah. It's like
the influence is huge, right? It's huge, and so much credit to that family. And it will continue to be seen that influence throughout the years.
That's just amazing.
It really is, considering the longevity and the history there. Can't be more fired up for you. Excited. I will fully admit, and I say this over and over, I am not unbiased when it comes to you.
I don't think anybody. I think that's the cool part.
You're just a good human being, and can't thank you enough for hanging out with us. And go get it, man.
I just appreciate you not sharing all the dirty, horrible stories about Scally. And
I got one.
That's the next segment, Morgan. We wouldn't do that in front of you.
Not
That's
in front
next.
of me, at least.
Yeah.
Right? Not in front
I got
of me.
one.
No, don't do it. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
It's not really bad, but we used to be able to have more access to practice, and we're in the stadium one day, and you got furious, man, and you just cut loose. And the funny thing is that it went stone silent. Oh, Morgan Scalley, wow, he is just irate, and you could hear a pin drop in that stadium. And I'm sure you don't even remember it. And plus, it's echoing because there's not that many people in there, right? And I'm just wondering how you're going to be disposition-wise now that you're the leader, because everybody's eyes are going to be on you.
It's been different. It really has been different. As a defensive coordinator, it is so much about passion and energy.
Yeah.
And your guys seeing you, and whereas as a head coach, I'm all about the how we're doing things. Is the culture showing up? So I'm still competitive as all get out. You're still going to hear me.
Mm-hmm.
It's just it's a different role, and so it doesn't require as much of that.
Yeah. I'm going to miss that.
Well, speaking of somebody that's going to get livid, Nicole's going to come down on us.
She's going to get okay.
Yeah,
let's go.
She about to PK.
You guys
out
are
right
awesome.
there.
You're
Love
the
you,
best,
man.
man.
Good luck.
Love you
Have a
back.
great day.
We'll see you. There he is, Morgan Scalley, right here on 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone. One of the best dudes out there.